Hello and welcome back to another edition of the Medeek Wall plugin. My name is Nathaniel P. Wilkerson, and today I wanted to talk about balusters and posts. So these have been added now to the stair module of the wall plugin. And as you can see here, I've got a couple staircases already kind of configured, and we're going to take a look at those. But let's go ahead and just kind of walk through the process. So we'll go ahead and click that stair tool like we usually do. And let's go ahead and turn our advanced stair options on. All right, and then you're going to see here that we have, let's see, we'll turn on the handrails, turn those on. And now when you turn the handrail options, you're going to notice that we have fittings for the left and the right. So we've separated that out. So we have a top and bottom for both right and left. So there's 4 options there. But you're also going to see this handrail, post, and baluster. So we're going to turn both those on. We'll just leave the default settings for now. Except we will want, now by default, the top post and the bottom post will be turned off. So we want to turn those both on. Okay, and then we'll just leave these heights and all these sizes for now. Hit update on that and go ahead and just draw that run of stairs. Let's see, we got that right there. Okay, so the first thing you're going to notice is we had this set to return ends on this particular handrail. So if you have it set to return, it will not draw posts and balusters. Let me show you that. So let's go ahead and jump back into the edit menu. Okay, so if we go down to handrails, and you'll notice here that you have basically 4 options for handrails: cut, vertical, return, and over the post. So vertical, which is basically post to post, and over the post are the only 2 options which will allow for handrail, post, and balusters. So let's go ahead and we'll select over the post on that. Update that. Okay, so now you notice all of a sudden all that comes in, right? Okay, so first of all, let's change that handrail profile. We don't want that circle. We want the 610 standard profile. Okay, and now you'll notice that our placement of our handrails is not quite right, or our balusters, sorry. So what you want to do here is you want to, well, first of all, you'll notice the tread depth is 10. I think we have it normally set to 10 here. Yes, 10. So, and because that's a default, I've also got the default so that there's 2 balusters per tread. But the way they land here is, you know, kind of a little funny. So we want to adjust that, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. But first, before we even get to that, let's adjust where this top rail lands, right? And to adjust that, we actually need to put some fittings on this handrail. So if we come down here, and right now we're dealing just with the left side. So we'll go ahead on the top fitting, we're going to go with the 788, and on the bottom fitting, we're going to go with the 740. Okay, I'll go ahead and update that real quick, and that will actually position these posts accordingly, so that it drops onto that pin, right? You'll see there's like a little pin slot for that post. Now, it does not adjust the heights. I haven't set that yet to automatically do that, and I may do that at some point, but for now we're going to manually adjust these heights. Okay, so we've got ourselves now set up there with our endings, our fittings. So right now I think this is coming in at 6 inches to this edge. Yes, it is. I want to bring that in, let's say 5 inches in. So to do that, all I'm going to do is I'm going to set this extension at the top. I'm going to go -5. That's going to bring it shorter, the handrail shorter, the minus number. And it's also going to scoot this in here, quicker, closer, right? Okay, so that looks pretty good. Now, first of all, let's figure out what we want to do up here. So, as you can see, this gooseneck is set at 13 inches by default, the rail drop, and that gets our, and this, by the way, this post height is not set. We can set that to whatever we want, but the height of that rail, I think I've already covered this, maybe another video, but if we measure it, we'll find that it is 51.625, right? So let's bring that down to say 42 inches, right? So we got 51.625. Subtract. So we got to change our rail drop from 13 to a 9.625. So we're going to go ahead and bring 13. So there's a little bit of calculations involved here. So our rail drop should be 3.375 to get us to that 42-inch height of that handrail. So what we do is come down over here to the rail drop, and we put in our 3.375, hit update on that. Give me a second here, it's doing its thing. And by the way, when you're have all these balusters, it takes a while to regen because it's actually doing some Boolean subtraction to create these, and so it takes a little bit for it to do its magic. Okay, so we've got that set, and now we can go ahead and actually set this this height of this rail. If I measure right from here to here, I'll notice that's 6 3/8 of an inch. And if I look at the top handrail, its post height is 46, so 6.375. Subtract that away. So we got to go to 39.625 for the post height. Okay, and that should then set that post height. Okay, so now we've got our post set to the right height. Okay, so that, like I said, there's a little bit of configuring to do once you kind of get things set up how you want. Some of this is a little bit manual because you've got to set some post heights, you've got to set some offsets, but I think it's pretty simple to do. It's just you got to be aware of what you need to do. So we've got this pushed away 1 inch from the edge of that edge. So now with the placement of these, I don't specifically like how it is. So what I'm going to do is right here under balusters, I can do a baluster offset. So basically, if you go negative, it will pull the balusters toward the top of the staircase. If you go positive, it'll push them the other direction. So let's go negative here. I'm going to say -2. I'm just throwing that out there. I can't remember what was a good look or not. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So we'll stick with that. Okay, so that's aligned our balusters, and then down here, same thing. Let's just real quick measure that from there to there. I think it's 5.65, same thing. So I think we can go the same. I'm not sure. Let's try that. Oh, I'm off by just a bit here. Let's see where am I off? I'm off by 3/4 of an inch. So let's go ahead. 3.625 and okay, so 40.38, right? 40.375. All right, go ahead and update that. Okay, so now we've got our post heights where we want them, and we've got our balusters where we want them. Now again, you can change all of your materials with regards to these. You can actually set the top and the bottom different if you want. I'm not sure why you would want to, but yeah, so you can go ahead and update that, and you can do that, right? Okay, so that's pretty much it for balusters and posts. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, I think. As you get more complicated with these complex stairwells where you have multiple landings, and I'm going to talk about this next one here. This here one is a good example. We've got 2 landings. We've got, and I could have run through the whole configuration of this one, but it would take some time because there's a lot of parameters to set, a lot of things to manipulate and move around and get things set up. And I kind of covered that already in one of the other videos. But the one thing I did want to point out here specifically is that let's go ahead and open that edit menu for this guy. And you can see when you've got multiple landings, you end up with a lot of sub menus, right? So you've got and the first one is always the top, and then it works its way down. So we're going to go all the way to menu 3 here. So we've got handrails, handrail options 3, post options 3, baluster options 3, and then also in the open tread options, we have open tread options 1, 2, and 3 as well. Okay, so let's talk about what that all means and what we can do with that. First off, I'm going to go ahead and just hide this group, and so we can not have to get access here. So if we take a look at the handrail options 3, which is this lower run of handrails, now you're going to notice here that this is the reason why I have the left and the right option, because this is not a symmetric situation. It is, for the bottom, but even the bottom is a a volute that turns right and a volute that turns left, right? And that's our 730 and our 735. And then here on the left side, we've got the 760, which goes up the other way. And then we've got the 788, which goes straight. So that is the point of having the left and right option now with the handrail fittings. And so anyways, yeah, it's there. And notice here, we've only got the left handrail on this up here on run number 2. And we've only got the top fitting and not the bottom, because the bottom's taken care of by this other run of stairs, right? So we really only got 1 of 4 enabled, which is this guy right here. And then same thing up here. You've got, if you go up to the handrail options up here, you're going to notice that it's only the 788 that's turned on. Right. Okay, so that is one thing that I wanted to point out. And again, handrails are, with handrails, posts and balusters are only enabled for vertical or over the post handrails. Okay, so let's talk about this little white section right here. What's going on there is, you know, this is actually a separately modeled little piece, right? I'm gonna go ahead and hide that right quick. And this is basically what the stair module is producing. But in this particular case, let's assume we've got a wall along, you know, only 2 sides of the staircase, right? The first part and that part, and then it opens up right here, and we've got open treads and an open balustrade going on. So I don't have any balustrade set up yet for landings. I've still got to give that some more thought, and I probably will eventually, but for now you end up with a situation like this where you've got a termination and a continuation basically of the handrail. So you know, I don't think it's too hard to manually, if you need to, put in a piece there. And actually, that's exactly what I did. So what I would typically do is I would just jump into this profile, select that face, copy, and then jump out, and then just paste in place. Okay, so now you've got that face there. And then I'm going to select that face. I'm going to actually turn off the any colors or materials for it. And then, yeah, and then if I push pull here, I can bring it out right to this, where it's going to terminate the landing. And then just go ahead and make this a group. And actually, let's soften this up here a little bit. It's not quite so. There we go. All right. And there's your handrail, right? And then, you know, you can go here and into the, let's see, the options, turn on some colors if you want, however you want to do that. So, and then exactly what I did before, I just grabbed one of these and brought it over, and then just, you know, arrayed it and made the balusters there for it. So anyways, that's, and you can, you know, this isn't part of the group of the assembly itself, but, you know, I don't think that it needs to be. If you want, you can, you know, rename this entity name, the instance name, to custom something, and then drop that inside the actual group, and it'll kind of stay put where it's at with regards to the placement of this overall assembly. So anyways, yeah, just in a kind of a manual way of adding and embellishing these staircases. Same thing here. I added a little stair runner in, just you know, just to kind of see what I could do. Really, all this is just a simple group that I created, and then I just copied it over a few times and created a stair runner. That these are just separate little groups that I've added. Okay, so this stairwell is very similar to the one we just completed. So what I'm showing you here is that I altered or adjusted the balusters a little bit. Notice here that the baluster size, I jumped it down to 3/4 of an inch, and then applied just a custom material that I changed up a little bit. And then I went ahead and set the baluster spacing to 1/3 of the tread depth, which is 10 inches, so it's 3 1/3 inch. And then so you end up with an effect like this. And by the way, I had to also adjust the offset a little bit just to push it in a little closer to the nosing. So, you know, you can do that kind of thing, and then yeah, make it, if you want, kind of a metallic look for, like, say, some iron, cast iron sort of balusters. That's kind of what I'm trying to do here. So anyways, lots of options, and in this one I actually enabled the starter step, the round starter step, and then I adjusted the placement of this final post and termination, pushing it up a little bit. And I actually wanted to show you guys that real quick before I end this video. So if we go down here and we look at the handrail extension bottom, you'll notice it's quite a large number. It's like 12 inches. And the reason is because if I didn't do that, if I set that to 0, for instance, let's go ahead and just set that to 0 to show you what happens. You know, that because of this turnout, it's going to be way out here, right? And of course that height is wrong, but so I wanted to bring it back to the starter step, and that is why I set that negative extension. So let's go ahead and just undo that at Stairs. You can see what that looks like, right? All right, so yeah, lots of parameters. The menus get pretty complicated. So yeah, there's a lot to configure. These, like I said, once you get landings added to the mix, and flared stairs and starter steps and open treads and stuff, you just end up with a lot of options and a lot of parameters that you can fine tune to get what you want. So hopefully this is helpful, and I will give some more consideration to balusters on these, or balustrades for the landings. But I'm going to roll this update out pretty quick here and have you guys have a go at it. So again, thank you very much, and if you have any questions, feel free to give me a holler. Thanks, and goodbye.